So all good.
Hello and welcome to the Child Care Business Coach podcast. My name is Evelyn Knight. Today I am joined with Prena Richards, my friend and colleague. I'm so excited to have you here.
Hi, Evelyn.
Hello. After the wonderful holiday weekend, I hope everybody had a fantastic holiday. It was awesome. How was your holiday, Prena?
Really well, really good. We hosted, so that was very hectic and very busy because I was traveling right before it. But then I had 2 days to breathe, so I'm okay. I'm okay today.
I was
Friday, I was on the floor.
Me too. Yes, I totally feel you on that because I hosted as well. So I get it. In the
It was
same,
fun to host. It was full of joy. But yes, I paid for it the next day.
yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm still recovering a little bit.
Yeah.
So today we are going to talk about classrooms and teachers and all of the things that leaders out there sometimes struggle with, like the behavior issues. Just last week, Prita, I thought about you because somebody posted in their Facebook page, or on one of, I think it was my Facebook page, actually, they just said something like, all of the children in the classroom are just out of control and the parents won't do anything to help. And I had to step in and just say, if all of the children are out of control, then this isn't a parent problem. This is a classroom problem. This is a teacher problem. It's not, it could be, well, it's probably a lot of things. It's probably classroom setup. It's probably the teachers. But there's nothing parents can do in situations like this.
I
Now,
have also heard this a lot recently coming up. It's the parents. And what I want to
Mhm.
say about that is I'm a parent and a grandparent. And
Yes.
so this is what I want to say about that. I think we have to change our mindset. We honestly have to change our mindset. Majority of the parents are doing the best they know how. And
Yes.
they don't have the bandwidth to do one more thing. They
Yes.
just can't. And yes, if they're willing to collaborate with the school, then yay, that's great. But majority of the parents are just surviving themselves and they
Mhm.
can't take on any more stress. So here's what I'm telling educators. You have to change your mindset and you almost have to look at it like the children are capable and intelligent to flex their style when they're with you. They will
Yeah.
learn very quickly that this is how I do school and this is how I do home.
Yes.
Not to say that the electronic influences, devices, yes, all of that is true. But just to sit in the space of the parents, they're not holding boundaries, they're not correcting, they're doing gentle parenting, they're ruining the kids. Yes, we could say that till we're blue in the face, but what are we going to do about it? Because the kids are still going to be with us.
Exactly. And you bring a very good point. 100% agree with you on that. That yes, we can do it till we're blue in the face, but the children are still with us and it doesn't have to be the same. Our job in early childhood education is to help children learn those skills that they need to self-regulate. And like you just said, when they're at home, they will be one child basically, and when they're with us, they'll be a different one. I mean, how many of us as parents ourselves, people come to us and say, wow, your child is amazing. And we're just, really?
Yeah.
Because they're totally different, right? From
Yeah,
one to
yeah.
the other.
It
Um,
happens.
we had a child at Zooin once upon a time that was sweetest little boy, amazing and awesome for us at Zooin. But when his parents, as soon as they entered the building, totally different child. One day, the parents came to pick up their child, and the little boy, I had a newer teacher at the time, so the little boy went over to his mom and he said, did you bring me a sandwich? And that's the first thing he said to this, and mom said, no, I didn't, honey, I'm really tired, I just got off work. Well, then you need to go home, make me a sandwich before you pick me up, and I want to ride my bike, so make sure that you come back with our bikes.
Oh my goodness.
And mom was like, okay. And mom actually turned around, left, and went to get her bike
Unbelievable.
and the sandwich.
Unbelievable.
And the new teacher came to me and said, she told me what happened. She's like, I can't believe that just happened. He is the sweetest little boy. He's always so polite. He's always, and I explained to her, it's because of the expectations we've established here. He
Yeah.
knows he will not get away with that with us, but it's
Yeah.
all about expectations.
This is so interesting. I didn't know we were going to talk about parents, but here we go. This is
I
how
know, right?
spontaneous it
The
goes. But
universe is
because,
taking us in that
also,
direction.
huh?
That's the universe is taking us in that direction.
But also parents happen to be educators and vice versa. So I was at a school just very recently, and this is what happened. It was a 2-day event. So I was doing a 6-hour session over 2 days. And while I was speaking, one of the teachers, who happens to be a preschool teacher, a 3-year-old preschool teacher, starts crying and she's getting really emotional. And I'm like, what happened to you? Like, we're talking about the brain, the emotions, we're talking about the deep stuff. And she starts crying and getting very upset. What happened? Well, I am feeling like a failure as a mother right now. I'm
Yeah.
suffering with massive guilt, and I hate to admit this, and I'm ashamed to admit this, that my 3-year-old son at home is a nightmare. He doesn't listen to me, he kicks me, he hits me, he abuses me, he absolutely is disrespectful to me, and I am so done, and I'm sorry, and I'm guilty that I'm even feeling the emotion of I don't want to be with him. I'm failing as a mother, but I have a classroom of 3-year-olds and I seem to be able to do just fine there. What
Yeah.
do I do with my son at home? And she's very overwhelmed with emotion. And so, as a coach, this, like, I don't have all the answers, but what I said to her was, why do you think that is? I don't know. Why do you think that is? And within half a second, without even blinking her eyes, she said, because my mom was so strict with me that I knew that when I was going to become a mom, I wasn't going to do what was done to me. Ah, so you've solved your own problem. Your mom was this end, and you have flipped and become this end, and now you've become a doormat, and now the son is walking over you, and there are no boundaries, and there is no respect. And she suddenly had a aha moment in the moment, and she said, oh my God, I never thought of it like that. Oh my God. You see, what happens early in life lasts a lifetime. How we are raised, we flip and we do the next generation. So, this is what I said to her. I said, have you ever asked your son? Now, he's 3, he's got complete language, he's coming from an affluent home. He is, the middle class family that is not the at risk family. Like, he's got both parents present. And so I said to her, I said, have you ever asked him, why are you kicking me? And she said, oh, I didn't think to do that. And so it was because it was a 2-day session. I went back the next day to the same school. And this teacher came in with the biggest smile and just the most relaxed face. And I said to her, I said, well, you look refreshed. What happened to you? And she's like, I had the best night. I have to tell you, I went home and everything you were saying during the session resonated with me. And as soon as I got home, he started kicking me again, and I got down on his eye level and I said to him, why are you kicking me? And he said, because you're not looking at me. Hello. That need to be seen and heard and understood and valued, it starts early. And so this, I was so proud of this mom and teacher. This is what she did. She said, I put a timer on for 15 minutes. I didn't think about dinner. I got down on the floor. I played with him. I made myself available for him. And do you know, we had a different child yesterday evening. And then this morning, the joy juice, I'm going to call it the joy juice because that's what it is. He was filled up with the joy juice, and it lasted the second day. And he woke up a happy camper. And, one of the things I had shared in the training was a 9-minute magic. The first 3 minutes in the morning when they wake up, 3 minutes in the afternoon, and 3 minutes at the end of the day. And she said, I started the day with a 3-minute magic. I hugged on him, I kissed on him, I fussed with him. But she said, here's what was really interesting. I said to my husband, how come we've never asked him this? How come we've never asked him why is he doing it? And she says, you've like opened up a light bulb in my head. I'm just seeing him in a different lens now. So all this to say that what's happening at home and what's happening in the classroom is going back to the core of relationships and connections. And, when we know better, we do better. Like, she's a good mom, she's a good
Yeah.
teacher. She doesn't need to feel this guilty,
Right.
but she just needed to show up for the little guy.
Yes, 100%. And I think the same story could be told of a teacher in a classroom, right? The same exact thing. Why is this child kicking me? What is going on?
Yeah.
And whether it's a parent or the child in the classroom, it's the same thing. Every behavior is it's a form of communication. These children are trying to communicate, but a lot of times as adult, we are not reciprocating that communication. And again, in early childhood education, our job is to teach them. That is where their brain is forming right now. It is the number one job of ECE, is to help teach these children. And in the meantime, we can also, like you did, help the parents through it as well. In the beginning, you said that the parents are overwhelmed. They are at their limit, just like a lot of us are, right? So if we partner with them to come together, it will make the classrooms easier. But we don't always have those parents who are willing. So
Yeah.
let's talk about what teachers can do in the meantime, because we can take control of behaviors.
Yes.
No problem. We can absolutely help these children, whether,
Well,
uh-huh,
also to keep in mind, they're spending many hours in our programs, right? So
yes,
we have the potential to change, to rewire their brain, to give them life skills. But I go back to, you know better, when you know better, you do better. I honestly, I don't know if you've seen this, Evelyn, but so many educators don't understand about the brain and behavior and the learning
yes,
connection. There's a missed opportunity. We are not really understanding the connection between brain behaviors and learning. And when we understand that, I think it changes our mindset. It transforms us into the better version of ourselves as a parent, as an educator. There's no more rewarding job on earth than being a parent or an educator. Either way, it's the most rewarding, most demanding, most meaningful. It matters the most. And so it really goes back to making the connection between what's happening in the grown up brain, what's happening in the child's brain. A lot of what's happening with the children is because the way the grown-ups are not understanding or reacting or responding or ignoring or whatever the space is. And I honestly believe 85% of the behaviors are because of the grown-ups.
oh, 100%. That's what I tell my staff. I tell my staff 90%. I And
It's
I've had staff quit over that. To be honest, I will tell my staff 90% of a child's behavior is the grown-up's fault. It is not the child. It is not. And so yeah, I 100% agree with you on that.
okay. It went from 85 to 90. That's pretty good
That's
already.
my spiel to my staff
know,
is 90.
yeah, I figured it was more than that, but I was like, I'm taking a stab that I don't have any data to back this up. So I think
Neither do I.
85, 90 sounds good.
It's our personal life data, right? It's just
It
our
is. It's
personal experience.
anecdotal. It's anecdotal
It
because,
is.
but I also think this is why I can believe that anecdotal
Mhm.
data is because I'm seeing a change when I coach, right? So when that teacher changes, the behavior changes. The
Yes.
child didn't change, the classroom didn't change. It changed because the teacher's mindset changed and she had a different script, what to say when this happens, or a different way to show up.
Yes, I 100% agree. So let's talk about how you can help, because I know you've helped my center a lot. There's lots of ways that,
Thank you.
I mean, you do so much, but I
Thank
know right
you.
now you're zeroing in on one specific focus that you're very passionate about. So let's talk about that. How can
Yeah.
you help these centers out there that are struggling with this and they're just, I don't know what to do? What
Yeah.
is it that you can do? And I know you have a course coming up that could really help.
Yeah, so a couple of things that are happening. One, I'm offering free masterminds in December 5th, 6th, and 7th. You only need to attend one. And in those masterminds, of course, I'm giving content, resources, but I'm also going to give a discount for the first month of membership. So 20% discount for the schools who sign up in December to start in January. I have now been coaching schools. We started it this year and it's now evolving. So I was coaching teachers. Now it's becoming coaching of the coaches. So the course is designed for the coaches of the coaches. Who is this for? It is for your assistant directors, your education managers, education specialists, instruction support, the teacher that you feel like is already a rock star and you want to empower her and you want to help her to grow and become a coach for your company. It is really, the way I'm looking at it is as investment in your legacy, in your program, to invest in people who are already committed to your mission, vision, who are there for you, who are not going anywhere. Because
Right.
staff turnover is real. And so we want to invest in people. We want to give them the coaching of the coaches. So everybody's not born a coach. So I'm practically helping them to become a coach and how to support the other teachers. And so
Mm-hmm.
the membership is designed for your A team players. It's not designed for your people who are struggling. It's for your rock star people who are going to learn skills, who are going to then impact all of your classrooms.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we're going to meet twice a month, and it's going to have a framework of coaching. It's all based on social emotional learning. It's based on brain development. It's based on best practices, high quality. It's aligned with, people are familiar with conscious discipline. It's aligned with NAYC standards. It's designed on research and standards that are already helping. And so this is how I can help many, many schools who want to sign up. First thing, and I'll share the link with you for the mastermind webinar. The registration is free for
Okay.
December. Sign up for that and then get the discount. And it starts in January. And you buy seats. You buy seats for your program. So
Okay.
if you want to send 3 people, you want to send 4 people or 5 people, is based on seats. But in that membership, we meet monthly. We get free resources. We do a book study. Right now, we're doing the Brene Brown Atlas of the Heart. We just finished The Whole Brain Child. So we're doing book studies in there. We're having discussions in there. We have a community, a virtual community, like a on Circle. So there's a chat group. There's videos. There's downloads. There's like a whole bunch of stuff that you can get as a resource for your school. And the goal is simple. I just want to transform programs from stressful to joyful. That's it. That's it. Just bringing more joy in, because, we know this. When you're stressed out, you're not learning and you're not
Yeah.
having fun. I mean, you're not having fun. You're not learning. The brain is all stressed out.
Yes, absolutely. And what was your December date on that?
December 5th, 6th, and 7th, 3 different times, but you only need to come once.
Okay.
And I can share the link with you. Do you want me to? It's on my website. I can just give you the
You
link
know
in
what?
the.
I actually put your website on there because it looked like it popped up first.
There
So
you go. Yeah,
yeah.
it's right there. The minute you put the website on, the information on the mastermind is there. Um, so the mastermind is free, and anybody joining live, and I have a really good registration for it already. Like, it's looking really, really good. Registration is going really strong. And anybody who joins in December will get 20% off January, and you pay as you go. I'm not doing contracts. I haven't had anybody drop yet. So, because here's the deal, 100% success rate so far with
Oh
every
wow.
single, yeah. It's mind blowing, because every single teacher that I have worked with so far has changed the way they're teaching.
Yeah.
And this leads to staff retention.
Yes.
This leads to staff burnout, less staff burnout. And, every time you lose a staff member, you're losing $3,500
Yes.
every single time.
Yes. Yep.
It is expensive.
It's very
So,
yes.
yeah, keep the staff you have, help them to become the best they can. Owners and directors don't have time to coach the teachers. They
No.
just don't.
Yeah. And one of the things here in Nevada, the state has us for QRIS programs. And I'm not sure. I think it might be just the higher level QRIS, but they have us do internal coaches now, where we have to assign an internal coach who does exactly what you're talking about. So for those of you in Nevada, this is a great opportunity for you to train your internal coach. And your internal coach, for those of you not in Nevada, it is awesome to have an internal coach. I can tell you it is amazing. And it can be anybody. It can be your assistant director. What we did is exactly what you said. We took a rock star teacher that is in our ITERs, and then one in our ECHRs, which for those of you who aren't familiar, ITERs is infant toddler, ECHRs is your early child. So it's going to be your preschool and pre-K program. and then we put one in each side, basically. And those are our internal coaches. And they are the ones who are making sure that our quality standards stay at that 5-star level. So that is an awesome opportunity. If
And
you don't,
yeah, you just mentioned something, the ITAs and ECAs, those are environmental rating scales. So
yes,
those are just focused on the environment. And I had another school who said to me, we have now just identified main teachers like you're doing who are going to become our mentor teachers.
yes,
But here's the deal. This membership can help that mentor teacher become the best mentor
yeah,
coach that she can, because just like we take teachers and put them in the office and make them administrators, they don't just get the task.
yes,
Just like that, if you're an awesome rock star teacher and you become a mentor coach teacher, doesn't mean that you will have the skill set to
yes,
coach others.
yes,
So you still need support. And this coaching membership is also going to have components of library, video library. So when you get a new hire, before you put them in a classroom, have them watch the brain video so that they understand their role. Have them watch the brain video
yes,
about relationships
yes,
so that they understand, how do I develop strong relationships and bonds with those children
yeah,
before I start working in this classroom. So it's for your new
absolutely.
hires, it's for your other hires, it's for your rockstar staff who are then going to get the skills how to become a mentor coach. So it's an investment in your legacy. It's an investment in your program, is what it is.
Yes, absolutely. So, and I am so excited for you. This is going to be awesome for every person out there. For those of you, this is just another facet in the EC revolution, in just improving programs everywhere. Prena is a rock star at what she does, and she can
Thank you.
definitely help you improve. In all of your comment section, I have put the dates. I've put Prena's website. So make sure that you get signed up. This is not an opportunity you want to miss out on. Any last thoughts, Prena, before we
No,
wrap
I
up?
think this work is very important, and
Very.
investing in our early childhood generation, we could literally change the next generation if we do it right for the children in our program. This is the most meaningful, matterful, like it's the
Yeah.
most important, and really, we're brain architects. We're brain
Yes.
architects that are building brains, and when you know better, you do better.
Yeah.
So take
Amen.
care of your staff so that you can take care of the children, because it matters.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Prena. And
Thank
again, for
you.
those of you listening to the podcast, make sure you like and subscribe. Leave me a review. I really appreciate it. Lately, I've been flooded with reviews, and I so appreciate it. Or if you're on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe as well. Have a wonderful day, everybody.
Thank you.